All right, all right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game. This game is going to be between Sini versus Hitman, taking place here on a Tide Hunters 1.2. Now, well, let's go ahead and break things down here. Hitman spawning as the yellow orc player on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Night Elf spawning over here on the bottom right-hand side of the map. I don't know if it's Sinai or Sini or well, unfortunately, there's so many ways to pronounce random words and random letters put together in the English language that, well, I don't know. Or I guess it isn't the English language. I guess it would be, how would I describe it? Using Romanized alphabet, like what is the proper pronunciation? Where are the syllables? Things like that. Anyways, let's talk about this Night Elf versus Orc matchup. Now, we are going to be looking at a quick Ancient of War, Altar of Elders going up against an Altar of Storms. We can see the barracks is coming down. I am expecting Blade Master coming in from Hitman since the Blade Master has come back into favor as of recently. And well, Hitman was always had a soft spot for that Blade Master there. We are looking at a Demon Hunter coming in from the Night Elf, as the Demon Hunter has become much more stable and popular as of this most recent balance patch. Keeper of the Grove has fallen a little bit away. Keeper of the Grove was a really strong tempo-based hero, as the Keeper of the Grove was able to shut down expansions a bit better and also get to level 3 faster. Then we were seeing a lot of players try to get that Demon Hunter as the second hero and allowing that second hero to do a lot of creeping with the army while the Keeper of the Grove was away, harassing the opponent. We are seeing a transition away from that particular style now, and it is great to see a real-time strategy game still evolving after so many years. And that's really what you want to see. You want to see different styles of play, good and bad, things of that good and bad experimentation, and well, figuring out what works and what doesn't. Um, some of the questions that been asked in the past is, do I think the players of old would be able to take on like the players of new? And if you were to like just pick them up out of time and then put them next to say Happy or Lalayet or the top players now, I think the old players would generally lose, even if you gave the old patches as an advantage to them. Well, I take it back. If you gave this current patch, I think the old players would lose, not because that they're dealing with a patch that they don't know about. It's that those older players have laid out the groundwork and really started to define how Warcraft 3 as a game should be played. Harassment, tempo, the style of game that you see now is still significantly different than what was being played in 2008, 2010, let alone in 2005, 2006, back in the days of the World Cyber Games. Anyways, coming back around, Blade Master doing a little bit of harassment here. There are archers nearby, so the Blade Master has to be careful. Wants to go straight after those archers, dealing some damage onto them, and then using up a healing salve, almost baiting the unit there. But there's no real reason that he should have been needed to use that healing salve, as he was pretty much already full on hit points. Grunt now looking to retreat back as well. Blade Master looking to retreat back. Demon Hunter giving chase as he has Dust of Appearance to try and reveal that Blade Master if harassment is inbound. Coming back through, Blade Master gonna go ahead and heal up that grunt there. Grunts. Only one or only two grunts. A second grunt now being trained up by Hitman. That is it. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is going to try and steal this last shot. That grunt nearby pretty much reveals that Blade Master is right there. It does force a charge of that Dust of Appearance as the grunt now trying to get in front of that archer, but the archers working together. Beautifully done there. A good bit of body blocking in order to ensure that archer does end up staying alive. Back off to the north here, the Blade Master, however, does have a significant health advantage over that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter down to 153 hit points. There's a 96-point critical strike. Are the Moonwells going to be too low? That is the question. One critical strike could have been the difference right there, as the Blade Master unable to land the hits, and the Demon Hunter with evasion able to dodge enough attacks so that it was never in the danger zone. Coming back around, though, that Blade Master with 2 Circlets of Nobility landing some powerful critical strikes as the Tree of Ages tech is now done. A big advantage hiring up from the tavern as the Demon Hunter now stuck between an Ancient of War Moonwell, forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal as the Beastmaster is now nearby, perhaps going to be summoning up some Quill Beast. All right. Beastmaster coming back across here, going to drink some Moonwell juice for that Demon Hunter and then pick up that Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3 and that Circlet of Nobility. Blade Master was able to force the Demon Hunter to use that Scroll of Town Portal. Meanwhile, Sini, the Night Elf player, has gone for a Beastmaster second, and now perhaps going to be going into Druids of the Talon. All right, Ancient of Wonders, there's dual Ancients of Wind and that Tree of Ages. Druids of the Talon had fallen off in favor ever since they were nerfed back around, well, I would say early 2000, early 2020, late 2019. But because of this, I don't know if this is still the case, but I remember Hitman saying almost 3 years ago that he didn't like going up against Druids of the Talon. It was a strategy that he didn't have a lot of practice against, and he would rather go up against the Moon-style Huntresses of that time. Now, are we going to continue to see this particular style of play, or if Hitman has learned how to deal with those Druids of the Talon that does shut out his Blade Master and that Tauren Chieftain? Stylistically, Hitman has always been, I feel, has always been a bit hero heavy. A lot of concentration on how the hero is being used. And once the hero is lost, well, he's then trying to figure out how to use the rest of his army to its utmost efficiency. So, well, not only do you have to think about the race, but who is at the helm of that race and their particular style of play when targeting down units. That only really comes into play when you're in the upper echelons of Warcraft 3, facing against players consistently. And I guess that's a reason why to have a high MMR, that not only for bragging rights, but you also get to understand the game at the higher levels of play, and also who is behind the controls of that higher level play style. No Brute attempting to take down that Ancient of War. We are looking at dual watchtowers being set up before we are looking at this Great Hall. We are also getting into pillage, so Hitman may consider trying to go for that hit and run tactic. Blade Master with triple Circlets of Nobility, +6 to every single stat. Extremely powerful, as we see a bit of denial once more there. All right, Quill Beast wanting to take down this one watchtower. However, that watchtower with that fortified armor, once it is completed, will stand the test of time against that Quill Beast, as that Quill Beast is also on borrowed time as well. Coming back through, level 3 Blade Master, Potion of Invulnerability. Hawk, it does keep track of where that Blade Master is. Wind walking is no longer a secret, as we're looking at healing salves being placed down here. Tauren Chieftain, just shy of level 3, does have a Shockwave as the ability over Stomp, interestingly enough, as he does want to get to that back line on those Druids of the Talon. Not interestingly enough, rightfully so, as he doesn't want to allow those Druids of the Talon to get off multiple Cyclones. The Demon Hunter at level 3, though, could be the counter. What's the Night Elf player is going to try and do is the Night Elf player is going to try and mana burn that Tauren Chieftain. Right after that mana burn, try to throw it up in the air with a Cyclone before the Tauren Chieftain can get a Shockwave off. Once it lands, have the Demon Hunter get off another 100-point mana burn, and suddenly that level 3 Tauren Chieftain doesn't have enough mana to get off those shockwaves. But Hitman, being very, very cautious, going straight after going after all of these units, or going after these buildings. One Moonwell now down, another Moonwell could get taken down as well. There's a mana burn. One more shot on this Moonwell would take it down, and that would definitely supply block his opponent. Is he going to go after this Moonwell? No, he is not. That is a definite missed opportunity as he wind walks to try and take down these Wisps now. One Wisp now down. second wisp now down, trying to take down this Moonwell. 2 more shots should do it. 1 more shot should do it. And, well, no, Entangle needs a little bit more time. 1 more shot finally does it and should be able to Windwalk away. Even with Fairy Fire, that Windwalk does give him faster movement speed. Druids of the Talon here. Blademaster now going after the Tree of Life. The expansion is not yet up and operational. There's that Cyclone buying time for the rest of the Night Elf army to join on in on that battle. Meanwhile, the rest of the Night Elf army actually trying to engage in the middle portion of the map. Scroll of Speed to try and run across the map here. And here we are. Here we go. There's a couple of Cyclones and the Tauren Chieftain and Blademaster. Well, Blademaster has a Scroll of Town Portal. Could try and take down this Tree of Life before this Tree of Life is up and operational. And that is going to be key right there. All right, Grunts do not give any gold for attacking a building while it is under construction. But the big story here, wow. All right, I was gonna say, why take down that Grunt? You are back at home. You healing salved 1 Grunt, and the other Grunt got taken down. Talk about flipping a bad coin for a bad decision. I'm gonna flip a coin, and either you or your brother is gonna die at the hands of what you thought was family. Raiders now looking to, well, see where they land, so to speak, and they're going to land amongst a sea of Night Elf units. Druids of the Talon ready to, well, pounce on these units the instant it is there. Meanwhile, Staff of Preservation Demon Hunter gets teleported way back home as we are looking at this Raider trying to break free. Here is the Druid of the Talon. Fairy Fire, that last little bit of effort. There goes an Entangle. Is the Ensnare going to break free? Well, nope. The Keeper of the Grove with that Entangle enables the Raider to stop attacking, buying enough time to not lose a Druid of the Talon. Still coming across extremely strong. Here we are. Here we go. Just engaging against more and more. We are looking at a Mud Golem about to get taken down. Forest Troll, High Priest, and all of these units about to be lost as well. All right. Tauren Chieftain looking to finish off a couple of Murloc Flesh Eater, Murloc Huntsmen. There's a Shockwave ripping on through this creep camp. Here is the Tauren Chieftain just getting every bit of experience it possibly can. Dual level 3 heroes going up against a level 3, soon to be level 3 Beastmaster, and an already level 2 Keeper of the Grove. Plenty of opportunities to shut down units. And this is something that I actually wonder. Would the Keeper of the Grove benefit more from Thorn's aura than perhaps summoning Treants? Going against the opponent here, we are looking at a handful of Raiders. Those Treants often get purged down by those Shaman, but we don't, or dispelled by those Spirit Walkers, but we don't see a Spirit Lodge or a Tauren Totem at all. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter diving on in, going after the Watchtowers here. Quad Watchtowers, 1 Orc Burrow, gonna try and poke things around. Treants about to join in on the battle. Staff of Preservation gonna return that Demon Hunter back home as we see a Cyclone pick up that Blademaster. Scroll of Town Portal in order to retreat back and defend the location here. Blademaster could have a very bad day. Perhaps going to get a surround across all of these units. Blademaster, once again, Shockwave, as the Tauren Chieftain says, you know what? I need to use a Scroll of Town Portal in order to get out of here. Night Elf down to 48/30 supply. Moonwells have been picked apart pretty consistently. And of course, I have a spam call. Getting picked apart pretty consistently as we're now looking at the Demon Hunter trying to clear out this gargantuan sea turtle, giant sea turtle creep camp. All right, Hawk now up in the air, keeping track, making sure that there is no Blademaster nearby. Hitman with this additional economy, really buying out more items, perhaps, as we are now going into a fifth quintuple, or is it quin or pent? Both of those mean 5, right? Quintuple. Anyways, coming back around, there's that Keeper of the Grove. Going to go ahead and get off and entangle onto a Raider. But, well, these hit-and-run tactics do start to take hold as the Keeper of the Grove now being forced to try and fight here. There's a mana burn onto the Tauren Chieftain. There is a potion of healing. Keeper of the Grove could use a Scroll of Town Portal to try and teleport away. That's going to buy a little bit of time as the Tauren Chieftain now gets mana burn down to 0 mana. teleport. Gonna go ahead and regroup here. Druid of the Talon, all of these low hit point units are now also retreating back as the Tauren Chieftain, now low on mana, unsure of how to approach the Night Elf army. Beastmaster, Wanda mana stealing. We are seeing a Staff of Preservation teleporting this Goblin Shredder back home after there was not enough workers nearby to try and harvest lumber. So far, though, this is working out fairly well. Blade Master is still wandering around here, +6 on every single stat, but no more consumable items as a Quill Beast gets caught out in open field and gonna inch closer, ever so much closer, for that Tauren Chieftain to level 4. All right, nope, not gonna actually see that. Another ensnare, and now try to retreat back and away as we're looking at level 3, level 3, level 2. Where is that Keeper of the Grove going to go as another Windwalk Strike finishes off another low hit point, another low hit point Wisp? There's a Cyclone once again neutralizing that Demon Hunter. If the Demon Hunter is up in the air, he can't make a decision and, well, obviously can't attack any units. Coming back around, Blade Master now going after this low hit point Druid of the Talon, Scroll of Town Portal to try and retreat again, and we're going to see another hit and run tactic and taking down, or at least damaging, these Moonwells before retreating back. Hitman is using the additional gold to just really max out on items, buy Scrolls of Town Portal, enabling him to run in and run back out of these fights fairly consistently. Hitman now finally breaking into low upkeep, 51 over 72 supply, perhaps now getting up another Orc Burrow, should be able to break into 80 supply here pretty quickly, as the Blade Master now looks to finish off some more of these units. All right, going after some of these units here. Raiders are going to engage. Meanwhile, Cyclone picking up the Tauren Chieftain. Units getting caught in transit, and the Tauren Chieftain trying to break free. There's a Shockwave ripping on through the Druids of the Talon as the Tauren Chieftain is still retreating all the way back home. May get another Orb of Venom Slash and perhaps another Mana Burn. All right, more damage still getting racked on up. Altar of Elders about to get taken down as well. And this hit and run tactic, winning a game of Attrition, really difficult as the Altar of Elders survives at 13 hit points. Tauren Chieftain, Blade Master. All units, well, pretty much ready to go and engage. So far, the Night Elf has just been consistently behind the 8-ball here, fighting out of a lower economy. Does have decent amount in hero levels, but the army size and thus the constant hit and run tactics is running the Night Elf player into the ground. Goblin Shredder going to go ahead and get engaged. Keeper of the Grove going to come back around. We're going to see an entangle onto that Blade Master. Blade Master unable to attack right now. There is another entangle, but that is just gonna be the game there. Throwing in the towel before a decisive battle, knowing that there's not much he could do, as Hitman really was just running away with the game. A 6,000 resource difference. Yes, Night Elf had more in terms of hero levels, but it wasn't gonna make that big of a difference any longer. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.